Good afternoon and welcome to NTV News. I'm Siksha Sharma. Let's take a look into the headlines first. Muslim community across the globe celebrating Eid al-Adha or Bakr Eid today, exchanging goodwill and greetings. Public holiday in Nepal. Chief Minister of Koshi Province Hikmat Kumar Karki seeking vote of confidence today. Karki require 47 votes for majority. At least 10 civilians killed in a military airstrike in Myanmar. Military jet dropped 3 bombs in 2 northern villages. In France, heightened security after unrest following police shooting over teenagers. Dozens of people arrested. Welcome back to NTV News. Taking a look into news in detail now. Millions of Muslims across the globe are celebrating Eid al-Adha, one of the biggest holidays in the Islamic calendar, known as the Feast of Sacrifice. The revered observance coincides with the final rites of the annual Hajj in Saudi Arabia. Eid al-Adha commemorates the Quranic tale of Prophet Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his son Ishmael as an act of obedience to God. The belief holds that God stays his hands, sparing the body and placing a ram in his place. The day is marked with the sacrifice of an animal, usually a goat, sheep or cow, and the distribution of the meat among neighbors, family members and the poor. Meanwhile, Bakr Eid, the second biggest festival of the Muslim community, is being observed across Nepal also today. There is a crowd of Islamic religious people in mosques across the country, including the Nepali Jame Masjid in Darbar Marg, Kathmandu, and the Kashmiri Masjid. The festival will be observed for up to coming Saturday. Meanwhile, the government has given a public holiday for today to mark the occasion. Hindu devotees across Nepal are celebrating the Harishayani Ekadashi festival today. The festival is observed on the first day of the 4-month holy period of Chaturmash by fasting and worshipping Lord Vishnu, one of the prominent Hindu deities regarded as the protector of the universe. Ekadashi, or the 11th lunar day of the Shukla Paksha, or the bright fortnight of the month of Asar, is marked by rituals such as worshipping Lord Vishnu, reciting the holy scriptures relating to him, and chanting Lord Vishnu-oriented hymns, among others. On the day of Harishayani Ekadashi, Hindus plant tulasi, the basil, on their yachts, which they worship as a form of Lord Vishnu for the next 4 months till the day of Hari Bodhani Ekadashi, the concluding day of Chaturmash. And let's take a look into a short break here. More news follows up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to NTV News. Towards other developments. The government of Koshi province is undergoing the floor test at the provincial parliament. Today, Chief Minister Hikmat Kumar Karki is scheduled to take the vote of confidence from the province assembly meeting today. Province Secretariat Office informed the agenda of the assembly is about the discussion and obtaining vote of confidence, along with tabling the budget ordinance brought by the government. The government of Karki remains in minority after his allies, the CP and Mao Center and JSP, withdrew the support to the government, following which the budget was presented through the ordinance. Taking you Rasua now, for the first time, a child has been delivered through cesarean section at the hospital at the Rasua hospital. The 20-year-old Shanti Tamang of Ama Chongdingmo Rural Municipality gave birth to a daughter through the C-section delivery services of the hospital that was recently introduced. The maternity service in the hospital was started with the technical support of Nick Simons Institute. Acting Medical Superintendent of Rasua Hospital, Dr. Amit Kumar Shah, said hospital started providing a C-section delivery services after important and the crucial equipments along with the support of skilled doctors were provided to the assisted to the hospital. Although on the recommendation of the CDO, the government has been providing air ambulance service to transfer the delivery seekers to go to Kathmandu for maternity services. It is very costly for treatment and surgery, but now since the surgery is being done at the hospital itself, and this will also save the expenses of personal expenses and also the government's. With the start of maternity service through C-section delivery in the hospital, the residents of the remote areas will now get a big relief. Rainfall along with wind and storm is likely to take place in some parts of the country due to influence of monsoon wind, according to the Meteorological Forecasting Division of the Department of Hydrology and Meteorology. Light to medium rain is taking place in some areas of Karnali, Gandaki, Bagmati and Koshi provinces, with partial to general changes across the country. There will be general to complete changes across the country in the afternoon today. Light to moderate rainfall with thunderstorm and lightning is likely to occur in a few places of Sudur Paschim, Karnali, Lumbini, Gandaki and Bagmati. The division informed that heavy rainfall is predicted in some areas of Gandaki, Karnali, Lumbini province. Storm is also likely to take place in several areas of these provinces and some areas of remaining provinces, stated in a special bulletin published by the division this morning. Let's take a look into yet another break. Stay with us for the international updates. Welcome back, taking you to the international front, where a Myanmar military airstrike on a village killed 10 civilians, the locals and media reports said on Wednesday. Fighting has ravaged swaths of Myanmar since a coup in 2021, with the junta battling ethnic rebels and dozens of new People's Defense Forces across the country. Rights groups accuse the military of extrajudicial killings, razing villages and using airstrikes as collective punishment of its opponents. A military jet dropped 3 bombs on Nangkung village in the northern Sagaing region on Tuesday afternoon, according to an anti-coup fighter from the village. 10 people were killed and 8 wounded, he said. France's government on Wednesday announced heightened police presence around Paris and other big cities and called for calm after scattered violence erupted over the death of a 17-year-old delivery driver who was shot and killed during a police check. The death prompted nationwide concern and widespread messages of indignation and condolences, including from soccer star Kylian Mbappe. It also triggered unrest in multiple towns around Paris. The Interior Minister said 31 people were arrested, 25 police officers injured, and 40 cars burned in overnight unrest. A quick look into the highlights of what's coming up next. Japanese weather officials are warning of localized downpours that may cause landslides and flooding, as atmospheric conditions are expected to remain unstable across wide areas in western and northeastern Japan. The meteorological agency said a cold air mass over these regions and moist air have caused atmospheric conditions to become unstable, which will likely to continue through Thursday. In the 1-hour period through 4 p.m. on Wednesday, Kamichi town in Toyama Prefecture on the Sea of Japan coast had 101 millimeters of rain, the locals there said, and the prefecture partially suspended operations due to a landslide caused by heavy rain. Time now for sports update. The Super 6 matches of the ICC One-Day World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe are starting today. Host Zimbabwe and Oman are facing each other on the first day. Zimbabwe reached the Super 6 by remaining undefeated in Group A, where Nepal is at present. 6 teams still in the race for the final 2 spots at the India 2023. Host Zimbabwe, West Indies and the Netherlands took the top 3 positions from Group A, while Sri Lanka, Oman and Scotland progressed from Group B. And this brings us to the end of the bulletin. To wrap up, a quick reminder of the top stories. Muslim community across the globe celebrating Eid al-Adha or Bakr Eid today, exchanging goodwill and greetings, public holiday in Nepal. Chief Minister of Koshi Province Hikmat Kumar Karki seeking vote of confidence today. Karki require 47 votes for majority. At least 10 civilians killed in a military airstrike in Myanmar. Military jet dropped 3 bombs in 2 northern villages. And France heightened security after unrest following police shooting of a teenager killed during a police check. That's all for now. We'll bring you another news bulletin in Nepali in less than an hour, and our next English news will bring you right at 6 in the evening. Keep watching Nepal television. Have a great day. Namaste.